Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Asgardians and mutants alike. Emphasis on the Asgardians there, as I welcome you to another Liam Maiden gameplay video, because today we're going to be looking at the latest blog post from Scopely, talking about the rework that's coming to a couple of Asgardians near you, as well as a couple of new Asgardian members that we're going to be getting in-game for a brand new Asgardians team. Let's go take a look at the blog post right now. So this is the blog post right here. Do check it out if you haven't already. It's up on marvelstrikeforce.com. So the biggest thing they mention is that we are going to be getting Sunfire, a brand new mutant in the game. He's going to be joining the Unlimited X-Men team. I'm sure he's going to be cool, just like all the new kind of characters that they introduce. I'm sure he's going to be mega OP and a really awesome character. Apparently there's going to be synergy there with Rogue, the Horseman, next Horseman that we're going to be getting. I don't know that anyone was really chomping at the bit for Sunfire specifically to join the game, but there you go. I'm sure he's going to be cool. Anyway, this is the part of the blog here that I really want to focus on. It's the Asgardian update, because we are going to be getting updates to Sif, Heimdall, and Thor, and that's going to be, they're going to form the backbone of this new team that we're going to be getting, the Hero Asgardian team, which is going to include 2 new Asgardian members. Going to speculate in a little bit about who those new members might be, but first of all, let's take a little look at the updates that they've got in store for us for these 3 right here. Okay, so first up is Heimdall. So he's getting a basic stat increase: health 8%, damage 38%, armor 25%, focus 53%, and resist 21%. These are pretty beefy reworks here for the base stats on this character. I think that's going to increase his sustainability to kind of keep up with the power creep that we see in game. As they mention at the top of the blog there, you know, Asgardians used to be real stalwarts on war defense, but they've obviously fallen off with power creep, so the Hero Asgardian team is really aiming to kind of retake that pedestal as a premier war defense team, and these buffs are going to really help Heimdall with his survivability there. And then let's take a look at the reworks. So the special rework, Divine Foresight's really just getting this addition here of clearing 2 negative effects from self and all allies. Now I think that's pretty cool, because obviously the focus of this rework is going to be increasing synergy between these characters and the new Hero Asgardian tunes. But I think it's cool this is going to affect all allies. So Asgardian allies, Hero Asgardian allies, but anyone that you team him with, they all get that 2 negative effect remove on the special. And then if we scroll down here, Heimdall's passive, the All-Seeing, is also getting a rework here. So quite an extensive rework for this one. So the additions, as you can see in this new section at the bottom here, are: in war, on turn, generate 2 ability energy for 2 random Hero Asgardian allies or self that were not full that didn't have full energy when at the beginning of this turn. So really that synergy is for self and Hero Asgardian. So this is where that new tag is really going to come in. On heal block, fills speed bar by 20%. So that is pretty cool, kind of getting around that heal block by giving additional speed bar so you can quickly get through it. Asgardian allies gain 100% accuracy. So again, not just the focus on Hero Asgardian, this is going to apply to regular Asgardian too, meaning that even if you don't get these 2 new tunes they introduce, you can still use Heimdall effectively on war defense. You'll still get some of the benefit of this rework with your regular Asgardian team. Gain 25% critical chance. Hero Asgardian allies also gain 25% critical chance. And then specifically on war defense, when this character or Hero Asgardian allies drop below 50% health, apply 2 death proof and 2 speed up for 2 turns. That is pretty awesome. Again, throwing around those buffs to increase the overall survivability and general utility of this squad. I think this is a decent rework for Heimdall, and even if you don't have those new Hero Asgardian tunes, it's going to boost your war defense. Let's move on now and take a look at Sif. Okay, so Sif's also getting a base stat increase: health 38%, damage 48%, armor 10%, but focus 99%. That is huge. And it's going to massively increase Sif's ability to apply negative effects, debuffs to the enemy. That's a really beefy increase for her there on that stat. That's really great to see. But things don't end there. So her special, Shield Slam, is also getting an update, just applying defense up to self and Hero Asgardian allies, really leaning into Sif's role as a protector on the squad, increasing everyone else's survivability. I like it. But let's keep going here, because if we scroll down her passive, Defender of Asgard also gets an update here, and again, this is quite an extensive one. So you're gaining plus 25% resistance, and Hero Asgardians are also gaining that. On War Defense, on Spawn, you're gaining immunity right off the bat. When Hero Asgardian allies drop below 50% health, Sif is going to gain Taunt for 2 turns. Again, really leaning into that protector role, and remember that those Hero Asgardian allies are also going to get those buffs from Heimdall, assuming he's also on your squad, and he certainly should be, so they're going to get those buffs, and then she is also going to gain Taunt for 2 turns automatically. I love it. But then in addition, she is also going to gain offense up for 2 turns. So she's going to be taunting for 2 turns and gaining offense up. You know, Sif, I think anyway, is a little kind of underrated on the Asgardian squad, and I'm guilty of this too, because if you watch my unlocking taking Black Ball up to 7-star video I made just the other day, you'll see that she's actually one of the lowest geared Asgardian members that I have currently on my squad here, so I'm guilty of underestimating her too, but I think she's a pretty decent tank actually, and the updates here, these reworks, they're just going to make her even more potent in that role, especially with this auto taunt and the fact that she's gaining offense up here. I think it's just going to really increase this tanky protector ability that she has. I like the Heimdall update, but I actually think I'm more excited about the Sif one here. Okay, then finally we have Thor here. So Thor, let's take a look at the base stat increases. So health, 80% damage, 45% armor stat, 46%, focus 96%. So again, huge focus increase for Thor there. But then the resist stat is up to is getting a 120% increase. That is a beast of an increase. Thor is going to have a ton of resistance, able to withstand those negative effects you're trying to apply to him there. These base stat upgrades are really huge for Thor here, and I think it shows they're really kicking him up to the next level. He really is going to be able to stand his ground with some of the more potent recent characters they've included in the game, especially on that resist stat there. That's just huge, and I kind of love it. I'm pleased they're giving Thor all these base stats, because the actual reworks that they're giving to his abilities are not that big. So attack, you're just getting this flip defense rather on the enemy there. So if they've got defense up, it's going to flip to defense down. Okay, that's fine. But then his special hammer throw, all you're getting is a plus 20% crit chance, both on the initial attack and the chains. So really with Thor, it's all about his base stat increases, because you're hardly getting any rework here to his special or to that basic ability there. It's really just all about these base stats. That I think actually makes sense to me. Again, Thor, a relatively potent character anyway, and I think what they're just doing is kind of increasing his base level, so he's going to be more like a god, right? More like an Asgardian, more easily able to resist some of these effects, but really relying on the rest of that team and the synergy there to get them through. Speaking of the rest of the team, it mentions here, of course, these new Hero Asgardian team members. Now, these additional members, obviously there's a ton of synergy, as you can see there, through the rework with these new characters. I guess they're going to be key to really the Asgardians reclaiming their throne in terms of being a powerful war defense team. Now, obviously, we're getting these reworks right now because we're getting Thor, Love and Thunder in just about a month's time as of the making of this video. So they are going to announce, apparently, over the next month, over the next few weeks, who these new characters are going to be. But I want to ask you guys, who do you think the 2 new Hero Asgardian characters are going to be? We've got quite a few options here. Let me know your thoughts down below. I have really enjoyed all the footage that we've gotten so far of Thor, Love and Thunder. Massive Taika Waititi fan. I think it's going to be a real riot. I'm really looking forward to it. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we do get Gore the God Butcher, or a version of him in the game. Obviously, he's not going to be a Hero Asgardian. I think the obvious possible new members of the Hero Asgardian team are going to be the Mighty Thor and King Valkyrie. They get my vote. I actually am surprised we didn't get a version of Valkyrie back when Thor Ragnarok came out. I think she's a kind of an obvious choice then, especially since she was in Endgame as well. I think she'd be an awesome addition to the Asgardian team, and I think now that it looks like she's going to be such a big part of this new movie, I think she's got to be one of the additions. And I mean, come on. Jane's Thor, Mighty Thor, I think we're definitely going to see her in-game. I would be really, really surprised if Valkyrie and Mighty Thor aren't the two new additions to this squad, with Thor, Heimdall, and Sif making this new Hero Asgardian squad. And you know, we could possibly even see synergy later if they do include Gorr the God Butcher and other people. I think you could see synergy with Hela and Loki, the two kind of leftover Asgardians that we're going to have now, potentially with Gorr the God Butcher. Lots of possibility, I think. But yeah, for me, it's definitely got to be King Valkyrie and Mighty Thor. Let me know your thoughts down below, who you think we're going to be getting on this Hero Asgardian squad. And also what you think of these reworks for Heimdall, Sif, and Thor, whether it's going to tempt you back to investing in the Asgardian squad, and if you think it's going to help them reclaim their spot as one of the premier war defense teams. As always, keen to hear thoughts, comments, and criticisms down below. Well, there you go. This is just a short video from me today. Thanks for being a part of this journey. If you have enjoyed it, found it informative or entertaining in any way, please consider giving it a like, a thumbs up down below. I really do appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And hey, while you're here, why not consider subscribing? I drop new gameplay videos for Marvel Strike Force and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes every single week, and I would love to have you along for the ride. That is all from me today. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, look after each other.